Earlier this year, the White House announced $1 billion would go toward expanding meat processing across the country. Will these changes have an impact on where and how shoppers buy meat for the long haul? Here's John Phipps.
Triggered by the pandemic, small meat processing is getting more attention. Perhaps the unexpected benefit for local ranchers and farmers is a rise in local marketing and new, smaller processing plants being built around the country. To wit, the U.S. Meat and Produce Facebook page created by a Wyoming ranch woman. They offer a map where producers can pin their location. It has exploded in numbers, and that's from Dory Steckley in Petoskey, Michigan. Between COVID and supply chain disruption, the idea of local meat processing has enjoyed more public interest than I can remember. In 2018, there were about 4,000 small and very small meat processors in the United States. Small means under 500 employees, which seems pretty big, and very small, under 10. I could not find any hard numbers either way or change in those numbers, but locally, our locker plant has wait times of several months, according to one of the few cattle producers near me. Our locker plant had been operating on the edge for decades until deer hunting became a big thing around here, but that's seasonal. I am not optimistic about significant expansion of this segment, however, even though I don't disagree with consumers who claim better taste and more choice of how the meat is cut. The first reason is just the withering competition. There's simply no way very small plants can process meat as efficiently as the four giant companies who control 85% of meat packing. The consumer also has become accustomed to rows of identical products at the same place they buy other food. And don't forget, Tyne just talked about a new largest ever meat plant proposed for South Dakota. Another limiting factor is rural labor. It is finally soaking in that there is no pool of unemployed labor to be tapped in small towns especially. Moreover, labor competition has driven pay much higher everywhere. Local manufacturers around here are busing labor in from over 100 miles away just to keep running. Even if you could find people to work in local meat plants, there would be considerable training time and cost. Finally, skyrocketing meat prices have made even half carcasses major investments, not a grocery item. While local prices have lagged, large retailers, both small beef producers and plants, have raised prices to match. In short, deconcentration of any industry is extremely difficult. In meat processing, it is highly unlikely to happen. Small meat packers will remain a boutique industry near larger population centers or online, I think.
Thanks, John. Up next, we head to a small meat processor in Oklahoma to uncover the science behind the beef.